Next we have here. So speaking of Amazon, so many technologies that rely on, you know, they need to be powered up using batteries here, whether in your mobile phone, your laptops, or any devices that needs to be powered up. Obviously, those batteries over time, if it degrades, you throw it away. Question is, what happens to that? What can we do to that? Obviously, with the surge of demand for electric vehicles, more batteries are being churned out, especially in the Tesla Gigafactory and in other companies as well. You know, in the next 5 years, there's going to be a plethora or a significant number of waste, trash batteries. And what are we supposed to do about it? Obviously, the materials, the component that goes into it, they're not necessarily easily disposed of. So there's an opportunity here, which is a recycling startup company is preparing for a battery wave tsunami here. So as mentioned earlier, every smartphone and tablet has a battery inside it, and the lithium battery here comes from a very long process from its raw material, from the South American salt flats, all the way to making it to a finished product, which is what you see in your devices here. So companies like Redwood Materials have started to what do you call this? Have started to recycle the waste materials from the battery itself. So obviously, it's a big daunting task. It's a big business, so that's why Amazon and Panasonic are starting this endeavor, so that you know it's a big industry that's going to flourish sometime in the very near future here. So let's see here. There you go. So as I mentioned, investors are betting on millions that a Nevada company, namely Redwood Materials, can mine electronic waste for metals. So a company like Li-Cycle aims to crack the logistical puzzle of transporting batteries. So they're developing the technology to rejuvenate dead batteries without breaking them fully. So by attacking the problem on all fronts, so transforming exhausted batteries into valuable resources. So meaning the goal here is to reuse those, as much as, if you could use majority of the dead batteries that you used before, I think that could be tremendous, and at least you don't just throw it away, and that's harmful for the environment here. And according to there's an emergency outside. According to the industry's insider speaking, that the excitement and trepidation of a looming battery tsunami is going to happen soon. So you can just imagine, globally, people are already tossing out more than 500 tons. So that's 500 tons of lithium batteries today. According to AJ Kochar of Life Cycles, the co-founder. So I mean, there's an opportunity here if you can transform those waste into something usable. So obviously, the transition to electric economy has increased the appetite for more lithium-ion battery bricks here, and is projected to increase tenfold by 2030. So that's 10 years away. So obviously, with drive for more electric vehicles, more batteries, so there's an opportunity today. So the question is, how can you make it streamlined in terms of its logistic from waste to recycled batteries for for the consumers to utilize again. So obviously, they're building on the next generation of batteries from the materials of the last generation here. And take note, the recycling market for the lithium ion batteries is worth in the north of $18 billion annually by 2030, and it's up by from 1.5 billion from last year alone. So you could just imagine here. So Tesla co-founder is starting this recycling company, as mentioned, the Redwood Materials. So the co-founder of Tesla, JB Strobel, used his experience that he realized that there was no plan for processing cars at the end of their lifespan. So obviously there's an opportunity there. Instead of just throwing away the batteries, what can be done about it? And knowing that in the near future, in the next 5 years, there's going to be a surge of batteries in the market, If you can do something about it, convert that into a revenue stream for your business, and it's going to be tremendous. So you can just imagine from 1.5 billion to almost 20 billion industry is going to be appetizing for any businesses who can do that. So another company that's planning to partner with a recycling company is the Amazon giant. So obviously they have the resources to do that. So the key here is the company uses proprietary processes involving a combination of burning batteries to melt the contents and submerge them in liquids that leach out the desired elements. So obviously, you're trying to segregate the different components, the atoms here, so that you can recreate another new product altogether. So the technique that they're doing here, which is proprietary, can recover as much as 95 to 98% of the battery, nickel, cobalt, aluminum, and graphite, and more than 80% of its lithium content. So much of those products are sold to the companies so that they can make new batteries altogether. So I think recycling is the best way, and hopefully we can keep our environment safe here. So the company is now trying to expand or increase its capacity. Obviously, there's going to be a higher demand in the future coming months, in years and decades to come here. So with better technology, hopefully, we can be more efficient in producing and recycling the batteries here. So that's something to look forward to. And obviously, the scaling up will be a major challenge for many businesses here, especially for startup. So obviously, you need to partner up with tech companies like Tesla as well as Amazon's here. Maybe even Apple will go into here, or even Google and other companies alike here. So the key here is, as mentioned, how to collect, transport, sort, disassemble, process, and redistribute the billions of tons of materials that are coming is anything but simple. So it's going to have some high learning curve here. Hopefully, they can expedite the process so that everyone can benefit here. Hopefully, in decades' time, that you see in the streets that many are using battery-powered vehicles or many other devices that's going to be powered up by more batteries here.